They're preparing for a war you'll pay for. This isn't just about foreign policy. It's a multi-billion-dollar check that Congress might force you to sign with your taxes, potentially sending people you know to the front lines. But the real fight isn't with Iran. It's inside the White House, against his own party, and the real reason is being hidden from the public. By the end of this video, you'll see the exact power players pushing for this war, and it's not who you think. It all started with a quiet request to Congress, buried deep inside a budget addendum. The news breaks like a thunderclap across Washington. A leaked report reveals the Trump administration is quietly pushing for a $50 billion contingency and deterrence fund for the Pentagon. The target is explicitly Iran. On the surface, it looks like classic Trump. The aggressive posture, the focus on Iran, echoing his first term when he authorized the strike on General Qasem Soleimani. The media immediately frames it as Trump the Hawk, back in business. But then, the story takes a hard left turn. The loudest voices screaming no aren't the usual anti-war Democrats. They're some of Trump's most hardcore supporters in the Republican Party. Senators like Rand Paul and Mike Lee are on cable news, calling it a slush fund for endless war and a betrayal of the America First platform he ran on. So what is going on? Why are the president's biggest allies suddenly his biggest obstacles on a signature policy? The answer reveals a hidden power struggle in Washington, one that has nothing to do with national security. The White House press secretary calls the fund necessary deterrence. They point to a minor skirmish in the Strait of Hormuz, a drone flying too close to a U.S. naval ship. But nobody in the Pentagon believes this justifies a $50 billion blank check. So if the military isn't demanding it, and Trump's own base is against it, who is this for? To find the answer, you have to follow the money and the lobbyists. This push isn't coming from inside the administration. It's coming from an unholy alliance of three groups that have been waiting for this moment. First, the old guard neoconservatives. Think tanks like the Foundation for Defense of Democracies and the American Enterprise Institute, who have advocated for war with Iran for 20 years. Shut out during Trump's first term, they found a new backdoor to the Oval Office. Second, the defense industry. Companies like Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman see dollar signs. A $50 billion fund means new missiles, new drones, new surveillance tech. Campaign finance records show a surge of donations from these companies' PACs to the few key Republicans who are supporting the bill. But it's the third part of this triangle that makes it almost unstoppable. That third group is foreign governments, specifically Saudi Arabia and Israel. Both see Iran as their #1 existential threat, and their powerful lobbying arms in Washington have been working in overdrive, coordinating their message with the neocons and defense contractors. This is the Iron Triangle of influence, a policy idea born in a think tank funded by the defense industry and amplified by foreign powers. Together, they are powerful enough to challenge a president. So they made Trump a deal. This is the part that's being kept secret. The president, who built his brand on ending stupid wars, doesn't actually want a war with Iran. He wants power. The Iron Triangle offered him a trade. They will use their immense influence in Congress to deliver votes for Trump's biggest domestic priority, say mass funding for a border wall or blocking a new impeachment attempt. And in exchange, he just has to sign off on their blank check for Iran. Trump sees it as a brilliant transaction. He gets his wall, and they get their war fund.
He believes he can control it, that it will just be for deterrence. He's trading a potential war that will be fought by other people's kids for a concrete political win he can sell to his base. He's betting that he can have it both ways. And that's a bet that could cost everyone. So, what does this backroom deal, this power play in Washington, mean for you? First, your money. $50 billion is not an abstract number. It's about $400 for a family of 4. That's a month of groceries, a few car payments. It's your tax dollars not going to roads or healthcare, but into a fund for a conflict we don't need, directly into the pockets of defense contractors. Second, your safety. A war with Iran would make Iraq look like a skirmish. It's a country of 88 million people with a formidable military. It would instantly threaten the 30% of the world's oil that flows through the Strait of Hormuz. The price you pay at the pump could double overnight, triggering a global recession. And the potential for retaliatory terror attacks on U.S. soil or against Americans abroad would skyrocket. But the biggest cost is to your democracy. This entire episode reveals that the most important decision a nation can make, the decision to go to war, is no longer being made by the people or their elected representatives. It's being brokered like a business deal by a shadow network of lobbyists, corporations, and foreign powers who have found a way to hijack the system for their own profit and ideological goals. The America First president is putting their agenda first because it serves his own. And you are the one who will pay the price. So, a bill for billions for a war with Iran isn't really about Iran. It's about a hidden power structure, a coalition of old guard neocons, defense contractors, and foreign powers that has found a way to leverage the presidency. They're trading a war abroad for political favors at home. The system is working perfectly for them. The question is, who is it working for? If you want to keep decoding the real forces shaping our world, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our next investigation. Next time, we're looking at China's new social credit system for corporations and how American companies are already complying. The power behind the headline: The World Decoded.